Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Free Financial Fridays. We have a very special guest in the building. She's from Prairie and Cooperative Extension Program in Harris County. Teanna Donaldson served as a Level 2 Family and Community Health Agent. Thank you so much for being here. And our topic today is on marriage and finances and the great merger. So, friend, I did a little research, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said that money is the number 2 reasons why married couples divorce. Why do you think why is that?
I think that's the case because a lot of times we don't communicate. We stay focused on the emotional and we're in love and we tend to forget about finances, or sometimes we may be ashamed to face it.
Right.
But I think that's the main culprit and the reason why.
Right. I said it was the lack of communication, hidden secrets, and high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can look at stuff on the outside, but when you start really seriously dating, you need to start dissecting stuff. Okay, you have a Mercedes? Okay, so you leasing or you buying? Because sometimes people do stuff just for the look, and we live in a generation where everybody want to do it for the gram. They want to keep up with the Joneses, and on the back end, their finances are in shambles because they're trying to get this really expensive car with this high interest rate, and it's is it really worth it?
Yes, and unless you have total transparency when it comes to finances, it leaves room for there to be many surprises in the future, and you don't want that.
Right. That's the same thing I said. So just being open and just laying everything out on the table. This is not for people that's just been on one date. This is for couples that are looking to be married. This is a very serious conversation. So I always tell people to have the quote unquote money talk, because nobody wants to have it, but it's very important.
Exactly.
So I was at the wedding. It was so beautiful. You were beautiful. I told my husband, I was like, I think I want to get married again. He was like, we are not having another wedding right now, but it was so elegant. So how did you and your husband save for the wedding?
Okay. So before I can answer that question, I have to kind of go based on what we were just speaking about.
Mm-hmm.
During the dating stage and early on in our relationship, we asked for full disclosure as far as finances are concerned, to even gauge whether we could even go further with one another. And that's something I really appreciated, not just for myself, just the fact that he asked the same questions as well.
Right.
So being transparent, putting it all on the table, our expectations as far as what role we'll play in finances, covering debt, what debt we owe, and how we spend our money habits.
Right.
We offered full disclosure. We were very transparent. So when it came to saving for the wedding, it was actually easy. It was really easy because we understood our role in which we played. We have one person that's the provider, and there's no one side that fits all. And we have one person that focused on the saving. So we shifted funds to funnel that into, paying for the wedding, and also the support of family help too.
Yes, exactly. Because I know, just like you, we had that talk early on. This is what I'm expecting. I want to have a wedding, because I know some people don't want to have a wedding, and that's another conversation too. Everybody doesn't want it, but we both thought that it was important to keep it traditional and like you said, funnel that money in. And we had help from our parents as well. But we sat down with them, and we talked through things, and we kind of delegated. And we asked them what did they want to help with, or they asked us what did we need help with, and just keeping it open. I don't think that that's a time for you to hold stuff in. I think that's a time to just put that on the table, like you said.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, when it came to the wedding, I wanted something nice quality, something that could be timeless when you captured it in photos. However, I'm frugal, it's a one-day event, but I also want to keep the tradition. And, we had family that wanted to keep tradition. So my approach was put your money where your mouth is.
Right. And
they were able to contribute. So
right. Yeah. And when we started the process, we said, hey, we made a rule that we wouldn't take out any loans or any credit cards for this wedding. That was my biggest thing. No, we're going to have something really nice, really elegant, but we're not going to go broke, and we're not going to be taking out loans.
Walk away debt free. And that was the thing, because before the wedding, we had a responsibility of so much would go into the savings account. And
Right.
when it came to planning a wedding, it's like we were able to put a freeze on that because we, had set a nest egg for ourselves where we could funnel that money into the wedding comfortably because we already put ourselves in a position where with both of our incomes, we didn't believe in exhausting all the money that came into the house. Our thing is
Right.
to live within our means and even below it.
Right. And just because you can and just because you have it, don't mean you have to spend it. And that's
Exactly.
what people, they think, oh, well, I can afford it. Yeah, you can, but at what cost?
Exactly.
So when it came to the wedding, what were your non-negotiables?
Um, the negotiables when it came to that is pretty much putting our needs
Mm-hmm.
over our wants. I
Right.
mean, yeah, you're putting our wants over our needs.
Mm-hmm.
So we wasn't going to go into debt. Like you said, I wasn't going to take out any loan,
Mm-hmm.
charge a whole bunch of things. We had to work within the budget, the amount that we had set, and also the assistance of our parents as well. So as long as we didn't go outside of that, that was the main focus. And putting the needs over the wants is a must.
Right. Yes. Yes. I would say the same thing. Like I wanted this big 80-foot gown, and I was just so, because it's like when I've been researching weddings for years before I got married. So I already had this Pinterest board out and all that stuff. But I was like, my non-negotiables was the food. We're gonna eat really good. The decorations is gonna look really good, and my gown. Everything else was like, okay, the little knit tits and bits really didn't matter. Even though we had all that stuff, like we went about all this stuff to do the day of, and girl, time just moves so fast that you can't
It
keep up
really
with
does.
everything. You can't.
Right. And find a venue that's willing to work with you, that's a bit flexible. Also, finding a venue that encompasses pretty much everything,
Yes, a
where
one-stop shop.
where it comes with a photographer,
Mm-hmm.
the baker, the spread of food, the food, decor, all of that. Try to find a venue that encompasses everything, but also flexible as well, and where you can cut the cost. If you can come in with decoration on your own, allow that to happen. If when it comes to your bridal party, saving money there. So you have to be resourceful, do your research. There are many ways to save, and
Yes, and
and
that's
not going overboard.
right. That's an actual great segue response to my next question, which was what areas did you guys save on? Because I know for me, I started out with a blank canvas. I had my wedding in East Texas, and so I started out with a blank canvas. So I was able to bring in everything that I wanted. I brought in decor. I had fresh flowers for my bouquet and my bridal party, but everything else was silk flowers because I didn't feel a need to have. I think we got quoted like $7,000 just for floral. I
Oh
said,
yes,
oh no, ma'am.
yeah.
Oh no, ma'am. So it was just little things like that we could save on. Like you said, finding a venue that kind of it's like a one-stop shop, photographer, reception. You can flip that room and go to another room and have the wedding. It's ways around it,
Hmm.
and it still comes out really nice.
Yeah. Like my bridal party, that was one. I know some people may manage their weddings different in the wedding party,
Hmm.
where the wedding party pays for their own dress. That's one of the gifts. Not that that was the gift that I gifted them. I also want to cover the price of the dress. Like I did that for the flower girls, and I
Hmm.
also was able to make sure that my bridal party, the expense that they had was very low. And I believe the price of those bridal gowns, if I could say.
Oh yeah.
It was like $30,
Mm,
and the quality looked
it
nice.
look nice. Exactly. I'm trying to tell people, you have to think out the box. Like, of course, you can go to David's
Hmm.
Bridal and do all, but girl, some of that stuff come from Amazon. They have really good quality
Yes,
things. You can get it in 2 days, and if it don't fit, you can ship it back. But
yes,
that comes with planning and doing stuff early.
yes.
So,
My veil, I got that from Amazon for like maybe 30 something dollars. A similar veil from the bridal shop I went to was $300. No,
no,
no. And
no,
it's all about presentation. Of course, we all like quality and good
right,
presentation, but if you're resourceful, you do the research, you can cut the cost. And
girl. And you know
also,
your research.
um, hmm?
I said, you know, we some researchers now.
Yeah, and also what I was able to do, join like Facebook groups and different group discussions because they're sharing information as well from websites you can go on to track your expenses when it comes to your weddings,
Mm-hmm.
places to find deals on for your weddings, from decor, anything. So just
Right.
do your research.
Yeah, use social media. Like everybody go to Pinterest, but Pinterest, they have those businesses that are very popular, but sometimes reaching back to like those Facebook groups, Instagram, like you can actually like dig deeper and find better deals, better quality, and things that'll work within your budget.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody wants a nice wedding, but and we're not going broke now.
Going broke, no ma'am.
Okay, so before marriage, what are 3 questions about finances that each couple should ask each other?
You want to ask about credit,
Mm-hmm.
debt, and what assets do you have as well, and also to add another one, your spending habits.
Yes.
So I
Right.
would say credit, what's your credit score, what debt you have, and what assets, and what money you're bringing in, more so I guess that would be a better
Girl,
way.
we are just alike because my number one was salary. And like you said, what money are you bringing in? Number two was how much debt you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you marry somebody, you take on that debt as well.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
what are your credit scores? Because
Exactly.
that's what tells the story.
Yeah. And the thing about it, those discussions could be uneasy for people because that's intimate. That's a vulnerable
It's
place when
very
it comes to your
personal.
finances.
Girl,
However, what better person to discuss that with than your partner, someone that
right.
you're about to go on this lifelong journey with? You should be able to be intimate and very vulnerable
Yes,
with them. So you
right.
have to be transparent, and that's what it was.
You have to be because like you said, if you don't, it's gonna come out later.
Yes,
And you rather just, have those hard conversations, go to dinner, or just I say make it kind of fun. The money talk it can be hostile, it can become hostile, or it can
if
be
you make it that
chill.
way, yeah,
But then that should help you know if that's your partner to be, because if he's mature or she's mature enough, she's going to understand that these are values that needs to be discussed.
exactly,
Like this is important.
exactly, huh?
I said that's important.
It's very important. Even insurance, other
Girl,
things,
life
definitely,
insurance, health
exactly. You
insurance.
have to have those discussions. Yeah, there's a term called financial infidelity, and that's when you're withholding information or having being secretive about your money behaviors that can impact the family altogether. So that's something you want to stay away from because it
And
can hinder your
and
future.
that happens so often. I'm just like, I think I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was asking, she was having a issue with her debit card, and I was like, well, if you and your husband is on the same account, can you use his until yours come in? And she was like, oh no, he would never let me use his debit card. And I'm just like, I wanted to say what, but
Yeah,
I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, okay, but
yeah.
it's just stuff like that because emergencies happen, and you want to be when you're in an emergency situation. That is not the time to be trying to work through finances. Like you already want to have that stuff worked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, and I feel like that's where it can get tricky. So, do you think that married couples should combine finances, manage them separately, or do a little bit of both?
Okay. I'm going to start off by saying there's no one size that fits all.
Right.
So your money behaviors and how you have to operate within your union. So no one size fits all. However, for us, I would say they should be combined and a little bit of both.
That's
And I
what
say
I
that because,
said. I
huh?
said that's what I said. I said a little bit of both.
Yeah, yeah. So I say combined in a sense because any raise that either one of us get, it impacts the house. You
Right.
know, when there's a loss in finances, is going to impact the house. But a little bit of both because we each have individual needs and wants that we want. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, you cover that after your responsibilities are taken care of and the household needs are met. But we all also, as an individual, there's things that we want to give. If even if we want to gift each other something, you want to have your little money over.
Right. On the
But even
side.
that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even that is we have full disclosure of what's going on with that. Knowing that okay, he has his spending money for his hobby, I have my spending money for my hobby.
And
So
then
it's a
we
little
got
bit of
that
both.
account that comes together for the main bills in the house.
Yeah.
Exactly. So have you ever heard of this thing called pick your bill approach?
I understand what it means, but I just never heard the phrase, to be quite honest.
It's called pick your bill. So I know for me, a bill that I will always pay, I don't ever, and I don't think that people have a problem with the pick your bill, but it's just like some people just haven't never heard of it. So
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, a bill that I love to pay is our housekeeper bill,
Mm-hmm.
because it's hard. Okay, we both work. We have a baby. It's hard keeping up your house and maintaining, cleaning, washing, disinfecting now since COVID, like disinfecting more often, deep cleaning, girl, laundry, the garage. It's a lot. And baby, I don't have time. I don't.
If my husband was right here, right now, he would give me a look like I told you, you should get, because it can become overwhelming. But I was like, no, I don't want to, I don't want help. I can be, stubborn about things.
Right.
But
And that's
yeah,
that's how I was before I had the baby. I was like, no, I don't need nobody to come over here. I got this. Like, this is my
yeah,
sanctuary. But when you have a girl, when you have a baby, it actually changes your outlook, because you can't get into every little crevice, and you want to dust, and when you
hmm
become pregnant, you want to start nesting. So it's stuff that you wouldn't even think to clean that needs cleaning.
yeah. Or once you finish with everything, you just drained and tired and don't have time for the next thing. And it's like, oh my
Exactly.
gosh, I just finished with this. Because right now, I become the cleaners as well. The button ups, ironing and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So not only is there like regular laundry, there's the cleaners too. Your
Yeah.
gentle wash clothes. So I'm that person now too. But to answer your question about the pick your bill,
Hmm.
my favorite bill is to the household bill, and what I mean that is paying yourself. That's my
Okay.
favorite bill. Um, my husband, our dynamic is he's pretty much the primary provider for the household. So
Right.
therefore, the funds I bring in go towards saving. So anywhere we can cut the cost, and he said, we both save. But
Right.
anywhere we can cut the cost of a bill, like, oh, we don't need that. That's a luxury. That's something we don't need. We don't utilize it. We cut it off, and it could be as little as $40. $40 adds up.
It adds up, especially when you have like multiple things that's $40.
Exactly. That could easily become $480 at the end of 12 months that you're able to put into your savings. So to me, the best bill, the bill, my favorite bill is paying us.
Right. Yeah.
The
Girl,
Donaldson saving.
savings. Yes.
Exactly.
What was I about to say? You said something I was about to comment on about the dang, I forgot what you said. Oh well, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Um, so did you do a vision board for 2020?
I have not. I have not.
Well, I'm having a vision board presentation, so you should do your vision board.
Oh,
But
please, yes, send me the details.
on my vision board, one thing that I wanted to do was have a really muscular savings account, because we have a savings account now, but I was looking back, and I keep all my records. Like, I'm a big receipt keeper, record keeper.
Mhm.
I do all our bills on a spreadsheet. So I was thinking back, and I was looking back for when we were saving for a house, and I was like, oh my God, I need our savings to be like it was. And that just really
Mhm.
inspired me. I was like, I wanna just have that money sitting there, not even waiting for anything. I just want to have it
Exactly.
sitting there.
Yes,
But
that's
most
one of the
people,
best feelings in the world, knowing that it's not necessarily needed for anything, but you have it. Because I
right.
just don't believe in exhausting everything that you have. And I know in some cases that's easier said than done, but when you can get yourself in that situation where it's like, okay, you can pay your bills, you pay yourself first, pay
Mhm.
your bills, and you still have extra left over to enjoy whatever, that's a good feeling, knowing that
Yeah,
it's just there.
right. And I know one of my prayers is to always be a lender, not a borrower. So I always want to be that person that if somebody needs something, they can come to me and I can provide it. Because that's always something I've always wanted. Like, because I've seen my parents do that when I was younger. But it's just something about having that cushion. Like, you don't have to save for a goal, but or for something that you
Exactly.
want to buy. You just want to have it there, just in
Yeah,
case.
and it's truly a blessing to be in that position where you can even like if someone else needs assistance or or whatever, you
Mm-hmm.
can be in that position to help.
Right, because ain't nothing like having an emergency. Because I remember I was in college and I just remember my car breaking down. That is the worst feeling, knowing like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like I don't ever want to be in that position again. So that inspires me to always have a little hush money. Okay, so now we're going to play a game called This or That. And you didn't know about this, but it's going to be fun.
Okay.
So, are you a spender or are you a saver?
Oh, I'm a little bold.
Both.
I'm
Mhm.
a spender. I like to spend,
Mhm.
but I'm one of those bargain type spenders,
Yeah.
frugalista, love to find a deal type spenders.
Yes.
I like saving too. So
Right. So you like both.
yeah,
Okay. So would you rather have a travel credit card or would you rather have a department store credit card?
travel,
Yes.
travel store.
People don't know
I
that
need travel credit.
travel credit cards come with so many benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, the points you get. Let's just say if your flight was canceled and your airline don't refund that money back, your credit card got you. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
hidden gem. Okay, so if you're tired, would you rather eat takeout or would you rather get in the kitchen and cook? Keyword tired.
Yeah, and this is me being honest. Take out. It's
Yeah,
all right to treat yourself every now and then. We're not these robots. We're not
right.
robots. You
And I
know.
feel like when you do try to be a robot and you just like, no, 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 I gotta cook, that's when you become overloaded and stressed. And you don't
Yeah.
want that. So everybody deserves a treat every now and then. Nothing is wrong with that.
Yeah.
So are you known to save for home improvements or would you save for a lavish vacation?
Oh, we would say for a home improvement.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, because that's your safe haven. That's where you are.
your place of peace. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I never want to be in a position where, oh, I want to leave home to go on a vacation. I want to be able to come home knowing that, okay, I'm leaving the world and I'm coming into my place of peace. So I'm going to take care of this place. So yeah.
Now you seem like the type that if you will go on a vacation, you're not gonna leave your house dirty. You're gonna clean it up before you leave. That's one of your
Yes.
main goals, huh?
Yes. You want to organize things put away. So when you come back, you know that, okay, everything is in its place. It's how you left it. Nothing is, just out and exposed, even though no one is there. It's weird. It's just a
It's
mental
just
thing.
weird,
So
right?
yeah, you want things put away nice and neatly. So yeah.
So you don't have to come back stressed, or you already relaxed, but have to come back in and have to start cleaning stuff up for the week to come.
Exactly. You don't want to come back to chaos.
Right. So would you rather have this is a hard one. This is a real hard one. Would you rather have an 800 credit score or $100,000?
Okay.
But wait, before you answer, they say that an 800 credit score is better than $100,000. But I'm just like me. I don't know because it's like, well, if I had $100,000, I probably would have a 800 credit score.
Or I can't have $100,000 and a 799 credit score.
That's a good way to look at it. I'm gonna go out on a ledge and I'm gonna pick the 800 credit score.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's what I'm gonna pick.
yeah, of course there's benefits to that. It opens you up to many opportunities to even have like larger lines of credit and all that stuff. So, yeah,
Because my whole thing is with an 800 credit score, I keep on wanting to say $800 credit score, but with an 800 credit score, you can go and get that business loan you want for $100,000.
exactly.
You can go and get that boat and lease it out and make the return on that every year for like an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like both of them would give
Lower
both
interest
good
rates.
resources. Both of them would
Exactly.
give,
Lower interest rates, all that stuff. Yeah.
yes, because the
And
interest
with a
rates.
larger line of credit, guess what? You can put yourself in a position where you can create something of your own, and where you can get $100,000 back. Create that lane to do so.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being a guest. I had so much fun. And
Oh,
if
thank
anybody ever
you.
wants your information, I'm going to link it to this so that it'll come up. And if you're in Harris County and need any resources, Teanna is your girl. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.